time for the next part of the Hyundai Excel race car build, and probably the step that takes it from being a road car and transforming it into a race car more than any other step I've done thus far. And that is installing a roll cage. And step number one is going to be to read through these instructions and figure out what I'm getting myself in for. Well, that doesn't look too difficult at all. In fact, if installing the cage is as easy as reading the instructions, this should be really straightforward. Right, the harness is out, and now it's time to take out the seats. What I'm a little worried about though is that I can actually get the main hoop of this roll bar into the car while it's in my shed. So far I have unpacked the rear, the rear back stay assembly. I've unpacked that and put that in the car. This is the main hoop section of the roll cage. Quite literally goes from the floor at the driver's side up and around and to the floor on the passenger side. Now I have opted for a couple of extras on my particular roll cage. This being the harness connectors for the driver's side, but I did opt to add the extra bar for the harness on the passenger side as well. So that's one extra I did upgrade on this particular roll cage. Also upgraded to the cross door bars. So I actually have two fittings, top and bottom, on my main hoop, so that I have the X crossed door bars. Next step is to actually place the main hoop into the cabin of the car, and I'm hoping that my shed, although small, isn't too small. So the first few steps are done, and the main hoop is now resting inside the car. The next step on the list though is to connect the main hoop to the backstay. With these, it's a connecting sleeve that has been made that bolts together. I think the first thing I'll do though is take all the connecting bolts out of the necessary places to give me that little bit extra space. And well, yeah, clearly it's not going to go together with the bolt still in there, so that's the next job, obviously. So I have stumbled upon the first small obstacle with installing the roll cage, and something that my inexperience has uncovered, and that is the interior light. Who'd have thunk it? I need to move the bar just backwards a little bit, but I don't want it to fall over, and well, there's a lot of weight of metal in there. It's likely to hurt something. So I'm going to just wrap a bit of wire up to the roof so the bar can't fall down. Both of the seat belts are out. You can possibly still use the original seat belts with this in. But once it's fitted up, I think it'd be near on impossible to try and get them out without taking the roll cage out again. I don't want to have to do that, so seat belt's gone. Should have done that first. I think I can now attach that rear stay to the main hoop. there we have it. The main hoop and the backstay are attached in the car. Just like a giant Meccano set, really. Oh. Or a kid's bloody jumble gym. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's the second leg fitted and completion of step 7 in the instruction manual. I've now got the main hoop in, I've got the rear stay connected, and the driver's and passenger side legs fitted to the main hoop also. But we've still got a long way to go. But it's cold, it's dark, and it's bedtime. So the rest is going to have to wait till another day. So for now, good night. It's a new day. I'm back in the shed. I've got the window bar to stick on next, followed by the door crossbars. Then all the bar works in the car. So all the bar work arrived with the sleeves and the nuts already attached. And rather than pull everything apart, sort of lay these sleeves out on the bench, I'm just taking them off as I need them, just in case that each one, or just in case there's a slight difference. If this is assembled in the factory and the sleeves are added and drilled at the factory, then there might be a millimetre difference here and there from one sleeve to another. So this one goes on here, and so I'm just making sure that everything essentially is in the same place as when it would have been originally made, that's all. Alright, so that's the sleeve for that side. They've given me a sticker so I know which way is up and down. There's a slight curve in this bar too, which is going to give me an idea of what's going on. Oh, that only just goes. Okay. So one on there. Wow. It's a tight fit. It ain't loose, that's for sure. What was that I was saying about it all going in fairly straightforward and easy? I want the two ends of this window bar to be about 2 millimeters wider, and I can't do it with my hands, so a scrap of timber and a scissor jack is probably what you shouldn't do. Let's see what happens. I'm going to edit that out. That's a bad idea. Don't do that. Didn't work. Put the pole in the right way around and it fits, funnily enough. They just need a little encouragement sometimes. those bars don't want to move and bend and flex too easily in there, so good thing considering it's a roll cage. But man, when you're chasing that last couple of millimeters, and the window bar across the top there, on one side I've got the tiniest little bit still holding, well, I can't get the bolt through the hole. Really simple fix would just be to re-drill the hole out. It's only, God, it's barely 2 millimeters. But I want to check with somebody who knows more about these roll cages than me before I go and re-drill holes at it, securing this thing together. I've got to put the bolt through the right hole. I can't take shortcuts and just make it fit, as much as it'd be easy to get out the old file and make the hole a little bit bigger. So I flicked Brent a message and just sort of clarified my concerns, and he mentioned pry bar, and I went hunting through all of my stuff because I knew that I had a tool that would potentially do it, and I found it. No problem. Just here, a couple of millimeters is all it needs. You've seen me bash on it with the hammer. No, it almost got there too, but not quite. I had my young bloke come out here while I really yanked on these bars. He had a look to see if it would line up, but it didn't. The temptation is just to file that out and it'll fit nice and easy, or like re-drill that hole. But this is a roll cage and it's made like this for a reason. These are all pre-drilled, lined up perfect on the jig, so they should fit. I should have taken this little bit of plastic off. It would have given me just those couple more millimeters to get that in. The picture in the instruction book actually had these still on the vehicle in the example roll cage, so I've left them on. But after asking Brent, he sent me a couple of neat ideas to help get these holes here to actually line up perfectly. If you want to pull the whole roll cage in closer, like squish it in to get these to line up, he suggested ratchet straps. So put a strap around it, on your ratchet, off you go, and you can squeeze it in a bit tighter. But also pry bar, or I can't remember the name of the other one he said, Progy bar? I don't know. Hope I'm a tool that is completely unknown to me. If you know what a Progy bar is, please in the comments at the bottom tell me what it is, or send me a picture on Facebook or something. I have no idea what they are. But pry bar. So I found this. This is actually came in a toolkit that my great-grandfather had, and it's got this curve. It's a wicked solid piece of steel. I'm going to see if I can make this hole line up. How nice is that? That's the last bolt. The next step on the list is the door bars. Well, how's it on?
Oh, there we go.
Look into these way come in.
What do you mean? Like,
Lift
oh?
it up, yeah. Let's try that again.
Yeah.
Shall we go try to put a bolt in? Right.
Yeah. I think so with this one.
That way.
Is weight coming?
Oh yeah!
Second bolt. 2 more to go. The bottom one. What do you want to do with that?
Didn't it go the other way? Turn that bar around. I thought you had it the other way. Oh yeah, that moves it beautiful, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I need to do this.
Hang on. You do the bar and I'll do the
Okay,
bolt.
ready?
Oh yes, teamwork, awesome.
Nice. Hey guys, I would just like to say, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's a gaming YouTube channel. It's Soul Night Gaming. And then please subscribe and hit the notification bell and like every single video and YouTube I've uploaded. Thank you so much. Which one's undo? That one.
That. Really? That was easy.
Well, no, not really.
What compilation?
Can we put a fart compilation in this video? Please.
Yeah, there's a fart compilation at the end of this video.
So keep watching. Thank you.
Whoa, nice one. Hang on, let's put enough.
No, I mean like the one that we have. What? Yeah, that's ages away. Hold on, do that.
Yes.
Where's the mallet? Give me the mallet. That's not going in. God, oh my God! It went in! Alright, so we want to do, we want to go that way slightly. And then we want to go down.
Can you hold this thing?
Which bit? This bit? Now what we're trying to fix that knob right there. Of this. Oh my God! Hold on, do that again.
Did it work?
Yeah, that's working. What's happening now? No, that's too far.
Too far? Oh wow, that released with a lot of pressure. Alright, let's go again.
Alright. I'll tell you when.
Lower down. You ready?
Yeah.
Recording?
Yeah, I'm recording.
Okay.
Okay. I was recording the whole time.
Can you get it here? Try that. Try
No,
that.
no, keep going. Keep going. Nope. That looks like it would fit, but it's not. Like, that looks like it would fit. You see? But that's not going in. It's not fitting.
Yes, it is. Hit it with that. Hit it with that thing. Hang on, I'll hit it. You. Boom!
Finally!
So Dane and I got the 2 door bars bolted in last night. It was nice to have him in the shed with me. Fart jokes aside. And now I'm back in the shed for probably the more tricky part of this installation process. And that's drilling out the holes into the floor so I can bolt the roll cage down. So these strut towers have the smaller plate and 2 holes for these bolts. Unfortunately, this bar seems to be right in the spot where you need to drill the second hole. It almost wants the bolt to be offset so you can actually drill it through square. Oh, sorry, the bolt hole. It seems like it should be offset. Here, I'll show you what I mean. So the bolt on this side here lines up parallel to this bar, and so does the other bolt hole, but it's right here underneath the bar. If it was offset to the bottom here, you could drill it out nice and square. So underneath the car, there's not a lot of space in here. Can't get a drill in there, not a hope. So I'm just going to drill it out from here, hope for the best. Get this back plate secured on. Do the same again on the other side. Yeah. An awkward job, but not difficult. Pretty straightforward stuff, but just awkward. Note, always check under the floor that you are not about to drill into anything important. So now we do the same thing as we did on the rear strut towers in the 4 corners at the main hoop and the front legs. Drill them out and attach the reinforcing plate underneath. all the corners are drilled, and the bright sparks in the room will have noticed I've only put 2 bolts instead of 3 into each of these corners, and that's because these things are in the way of the last hole. So I'm actually going to tighten it all down just with the 2 bolts at this stage, get the whole jig in place solid. Then I'm going to take these bars off to drill out the last of the holes in each of the 4 corners. Geez, then I think it's actually done. We're not far from finished, folks. Not bad. Door bars worked, so once everything was tightened down, I was able to take the door bar out, and I've re-drilled these holes, and the back one lined up, but the front one here, this one here, I don't know if you can see it on here, but the base plate has a curve in it to follow the line of the floor, and this last hole, and that last hole there doesn't want to line up underneath with the base plate that fits up underneath the car. So I'm going to loosen that front footing, the other 2 bolts. I'll loosen those off, and I'll see if I can get that 3rd bolt to line up, and then we'll nip it all up, and then that's this side done, and we've just got to get the other side done. The roll cage is in, the bolts are all done up nice and tight. Brilliant. 3 more jobs to do. First, put the seat back in. Second, put the harness back in. And then, ooh, the last one's a surprise. Seat first. My biggest worry was that the seat wasn't going to fit next to the door bars. And it fits! Woo! tucked away in the Charger Club bag that I was given as when I was a flag marshal for their track day recently, is my harness. So we shall put this back in the car. That's job number 2. So there's only one more job left to do now, and then the roll cage is done.
That's a funny video as well. We need to put in all of our fails.
Oh yeah.
We should have a fail compilation at the end.
What are you talking about? That's my whole channel.
We need a fart compilation.
Uh-oh. Oh, fart.
No, alright, we're good.
Oh, wow, that's a good one.
We're live.
Whew, stinky.
Live.
Was that a silent one?
Yeah. Hey, that can go in as well!